Welcome to Proudly Said, where we bring bold voices and real stories together. I'm John Hyland, Scouse, queer, and still trying to make sense of it all. And this space is for the stuff we don't always say out loud, though we probably should. Let's get into it. Welcome to another episode of Proudly Said, the LGBTQ podcast with a little bit of a Scouse twist. Today I'm in the queer mecca of Liverpool, I find. It looks a little bit different because tonight there's a Dungeons and Dragons event on, so we don't usually look like we're ready for a wedding. I am in Lovelocks with the fabulous Sarah Lovelock.
Hello.
How are you?
Very good, thank you. Yeah, very good.
You had a bit of a later start today because it's D&D.
Yeah. It's better this way. I was doing like 14-hour days and it was just got a bit too much.
Is that just because you're the boss?
It's because I'm an idiot. It's self-inflicted. I can't.
You know what though? I come in quite regularly and yeah.
Yeah.
Not that I'm agreeing you're an idiot, just that you're dedicated to the cause.
Yes. I'm a fool. A busy fool as the case may be.
Yeah, but better busy than not.
Yeah, I suppose.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. So, I I didn't realise Sarah Lovelock was your surname.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh yeah, Lovelocks, that's my name. So, did you always want to be your own landlady, not even a landlady, even more than that, owner of a coffee shop?
Yeah. So I'm not from Liverpool. I moved to Liverpool 23 years ago for university, and the whole time I was at uni my job was working in cafes and coffee shops, right. And I loved it. It was always my favourite job. I was working with my mates and I just loved it. But then I did fashion and textiles, and I did that for I think 8 years. I had cushions in Harrods. Kim Kardashian had one of my cushions on her couch.
Cushions in Harrods.
Ooh. Yeah. No more money for that.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a #1 best-selling cushion in Target Australia. Still, no more money for that. Fun working for someone else. I give myself no more money either.
No. Yeah.
But, yeah, and then the whole time I was like, one day I'm going to have my own coffee shop. One day. And then I got made redundant because I broke my leg and I couldn't travel. And then they'd say otherwise, but that's basically what it was. And then because I got the redundancy money, I thought, well, sod it, now's the time. Do it.
How long ago was that?
It was 9 years in September that I got made redundant. So
how long's Lovelock, the coffee shop, been around?
It will be 9 years in May. So 9 years this... Oh,
is it 10 years?
What's the date today?
It's the 6th of May.
It'll be 9 years old on the 9th, so very soon.
Wow. You having a birthday party?
No.
Because you didn't realise. You have to do something next year for 10.
Next year I'll do something, defo. We're still here.
No, you will.
I've got to stop doing this.
42. Bit of a salute. What's it mean?
I don't know.
You just do it. So have we always been in this location?
No, I was, so we've been in this one either 3 or 4 years. I actually don't know. Kate, who works here, told me it was 4, but I think it's 3, but I don't know.
I love that you have arguments with your staff about
yeah.
Been here.
They keep me together. But we were a couple of doors down where Pretty Vacant is. Oh, that would be a good one to speak to.
Ah, okay. I love that you're suggesting guests to me.
I'm going to wink at the camera. But yeah, we were in there. But
I can't visualise that as
it was really little. So I used to get my hair done by Kelly in the shop next door, and the people who were in that shop were moving out as I was debating whether or not to do it.
Right.
And I was like, oh, now's the time. Like next door to Kelly, I know Kelly. So I just did it. And now she's in there and I'm up here. So it's nice. Little circle of
life of
Old Haymarket.
Okay. I was going to say the independence, but Old Haymarket, you are right though.
Yeah, it's nice.
We'll have to explain because obviously we regularly have meetings in here, as I say, at the start of the queer mecca, but we'll get into that in a sec. I'm explaining where it is and I say the street and I always get confused. I always say Old Cross Hall or something random and say the completely wrong address, and then I go, okay, do you know Pretty Vacant Collective? And they go, oh yeah, is that the queer hairdressers? And I'm like, yeah, the one up the road. It's a bit funny. The queer coffee shop up the road. So why did you go with Lovelocks, other than the fact that it is your name? But
well, originally I was going to call it Cafe Club, and I was going to do little membership cards and make it super cute. Yeah. And then the brunch club opened on Duke Street, and I thought people might think that we're like a chain belonging to them. So I thought, well, I can't really have that. And then my mate Gary was like, just use Lovelocks. And I was like, oh no, it's a bit too ego, it's my name. And he was like, no one's going to think it's your name. So just do it.
I've never heard Lovelock as a name before.
Yeah. It's quite rare. You get 10% off if you're a Lovelock. So
I love that. You get 10% off because there's none of you.
Yeah.
Never get to save the money because there's none of you.
You know what's mad as well, right? So when I lived so I'm from Hertfordshire originally. When I was down there, nobody ever said anything about my name and never thought anything of it. And then as soon as I moved to Liverpool, everyone's like, oh, what a lovely name. Scousers, they're just nicer.
Well, they are. Oh, you know what?
It's true.
There's been a few people I've spoke to that are either not from Liverpool, but they've been here for a long time. And it is very much that, you know what, Scousers outside Liverpool have a bad rap. In Liverpool, salt of the earth.
Yeah. It's the best place on earth.
They'll support you and they'll tell you what for if they don't agree.
And I also don't want to tell people it's the best place on earth because it'll get mad gentrified and then it'll change. So in some ways you want to gatekeep it to the maximum because you don't want people to realise how good it is. But at the same time, if anybody says anything bad about it, you're like, it's the best place on earth. So,
I think, we are that little bubble.
Yeah.
Little bubble outside the rest of the UK.
I love Liverpool, you know.
You can just do a podcast episode on you just talking about Liverpool.
Good. I think I should be like what's the word? You know, like
an honorary Scouser.
Well, yeah, but no, this is Liverpool. This is the thing. You know, like a tour guide.
You should be the voice.
The voice.
The red bus.
Yeah. Should. I mean, I know no facts. Just lots of enthusiasm.
Oh my god, do an improvised one. That'd be hilarious.
Just make stuff up.
Just get on the bus, get a microphone, and go. On your left, you will see. I'm not quite sure, but isn't it pretty?
That's where my friend had too much to drink and threw up.
Oh my god, they should do something like that. A local's perspective of Liverpool tour.
That's where I had my first.
Don't say it.
Scouts Chinese. Yeah, no.
I love that.
Chinese chippy. It's the best. Again, another reason to love Liverpool.
How do you feel? Right, I'm going to ask you this really deep question. It's kind of to do with like genders and stuff like that. You're a female entrepreneur, business woman, manager, bad bitch. How's that feel?
I feel like a fraud.
I feel that. I'm not going to lie. I've come in here sometimes and I feel like your staff manage you.
Oh, yeah.
Stop giving away that for free. You got bills to pay.
Yeah, I've not got it together. Like, I don't think we've made a profit yet, ever, in the 9 years we've been going.
Really?
I don't think
that's
so.
That's a lie.
No, I think that's true. You'd have to ask my accountant. I've got none the wiser. But there's been no dividends. Lol. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I love it and it's okay, but it's really hard. I love it. Wouldn't change it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would like to make a bit more money, but you know, that's showbiz.
But it's good. Here, it's always booming.
Exactly. So that's why I don't understand what we're doing wrong. What am I doing wrong?
You're giving too many people discounts. That's what you're doing. Everyone's a Lovelock.
Yeah.
Never mind an honorary Scouser. Everyone's an honorary Lovelock.
I don't know. I mean, it's ticking over. It's popular. We're busy. I retain staff. I think we make nice drinks and food. Bit biased, but I do. So
as someone who's frequently in here, I will agree with that.
Like, I had no dreams of becoming a millionaire, so I don't think, like, I'm not business minded. You know, like some people are like, oh, we need to do more of something or other because that's a higher markup and all that stuff. I do it for the passion, but I'm lucky that I live in a very, very tiny house in a not particularly nice area. So my mortgage is buttons.
Right.
So I get to be a bit more flexible, maybe.
A bit creative with what you do.
Yeah.
Which I think is a nice segue into the main hullabaloo. Is did you ever imagine when you set up shop that you would become like this amazing queer safe space? It wasn't
not my intention, but it wasn't.
Well, it would never not be your intention.
It's a reflection of all my friends, my family. So my nan was the Christian Gay Rights General Secretary in the 80s. So there's like a photo of her in London she was like 4'11" with a cloud of like white hair, and she's like holding the banner at the front of the march. And it was because she was a teacher and she had some gay teachers who felt like they had to like disclose information for, I don't know, which they had to disclose, and she was like, why are you disclosing it to me, kind of thing. She didn't understand.
Yeah.
And she realized then, you know, the inequality and the troubles that they were going through, and she started fighting for it. And she was very Christian, so she was like, the Bible's doesn't say that we dislike people and we shun people from society. So
I love it. So it's in the blood.
It's cool,
basically.
isn't it? Yeah, she's a formidable woman. She was a formidable woman, like, so yeah.
Why is it always like The little old lovely nans you will not mess with.
Yeah. And she was born like £3. She was premature. And apparently she's got a book, but she made it basically for me and my sister. But it's like when she was born, because she's like 1901 or something, she was born. Wow. She was wrapped in cotton wool and olive oil. That's how they looked after the babies, yeah.
Oh, she was like that big.
I feel like I'm oversharing. People
like
don't need to know this.
But, you know what though? I think that's a really lovely story though, based on like the whole context of maybe it was just written in the stars that this was always going to be a safe space. Because I think when I describe Lovelocks to people, whether it's through my day job or just being queer in Liverpool, is like the daytime space to go to is Lovelocks.
I love that.
It is. I remember there was I think it was a queer town hall, and it was around relationships with Merseyside police, and it was held here, and the fact that it was full.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was very much a testament to the fact that people felt comfortable coming to this space to talk about an issue that most people don't really like speaking about.
No, it's a difficult one.
But I think my point from that is that, like, you know, people came here because they knew they could come here and be heard, and they could come and not feel judged.
Yeah, I think that's it, you know, like the Queer Collective did an interview with me right at the very beginning and asked how I made it into a safe space. And I really thought about it because I hadn't thought about it. It wasn't a conscious decision. And it was just, you know, don't be a dick when people walk through the door.
I think you said that then as well. Just don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Treat people with the respect that you expect.
Just treat people like you would treat. Like, it's just mad. It's not hard. I'm not, like, it's really not.
And I think, you know, there's been a time recently where they say, like, you know, people see a rainbow flag in a venue's, like, somewhere in the venue. We've got one here and you've got a trans flag there. This doesn't need it anymore.
Well, we didn't have them when we first opened.
No?
Like, we did, like, we've started just accumulating them from Pride and, like, people leaving. I mean, now I buy them and make sure they're on show.
People
but
have
like,
events here and leave them.
Yeah. And some people steal them too. But, yeah, I mean, I have them now because we're a lot more visible now than where we used to be. But, I mean, I did have, like, I think I had pictures of drag queens on the wall, maybe. Did I? I don't even know.
Even now, well, I can see Marsha
But she came up with the new shop. So she wasn't downstairs, like, at the old shop.
But I think in a place like this, it's the case. Like, I remember only a few weeks ago, I found out recently that you do a regular clean-up of the piano.
Oh, yeah.
The piano basically is the leaflets corner. Yeah. And it's always filled with queer stuff.
Yeah.
As well as non-queer stuff, because let's be honest, like, you're the ultimate ally. But I think it's a testament to you and your staff.
Yeah. You know what it is? And, like, so somebody messaged me recently when this new law came. Well, it's not a law, but
the Supreme Court ruling.
Yeah, when it came through, and they messaged the shop, or we shared something or something, and I said to her, like, I will fight for you, and I will fight. I've got plans. Like, I'll throw a chair at someone's head. I don't care. And she said, oh, you know, she asked me if it was me she was speaking to, and I said, yeah, but it doesn't really matter who you're speaking to. I know every single person who works here would fight for you. Not physically, and I wouldn't ask them to, but, like,
yeah, we don't condone violence.
But I know that they would defend anyone who walks in here, like, who's marginalised or needs defending. Mm-hmm. Like, it, you know, they're good people. Can sometimes be a little grumpy. You know, we're all human.
I think that's in the sense of, like, they are still customers who want their drinks and foods a certain way. This egg's too runny.
It's happened. I once forgot to put syrup in someone's chai latte, and he sent me about 15 messages telling me how disappointed he was with me.
It's not quite true. Me saying I want a croissant and get a pain au chocolat. It's not that bad.
But no, it's not. Because you didn't want it. And it's different if it's you.
I still ate it. I just wasn't.
You should have come back and, like, thrown it at the window.
Let's just say it's a good thing that I'm not, like, lactose intolerant or, like...
It's vegan. It's vegan.
Even the chocolate?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But still, you didn't want the chocolate.
I didn't. Not at, like, 8:30 in the morning. I was expecting, like, a nice warm croissant. Oh, that's not quite what I was expecting.
I don't know. My mum makes the pastries, and sometimes they look like croissants when they're pain au chocolat.
I've got a distinct, like, I can tell which is which, and it was when I think it was between Dan and Katie, and they're like, oh yeah, they're all croissants. Clearly not.
Yeah.
But I think off the back of, like, you know, just being that recognised queer space on a daily, it's now opened up to people wanting to use this space. Like, I'm looking at one of the posters over there, board games.
I love board games night. It's spelled GAYMES, which I love. perfection.
So they just like come up to you and be like, "Hi, we want to organise this."
Yeah, but they're regulars, so they're people that come in all the time. Daryl, who was the initial organizer, goes to my gym downstairs as well, so I knew him anyway. They're really busy, actually. They're talking about doing another one during the month where it's like a quieter one, so it's more like neurodiverse friendly kind of thing. So
so it's a bit more like not sensory overload. Yeah, because the ones I've attended have been ridiculously busy.
Yeah, they're full on like.
And considering only once a month, the fact that they're like, okay, we need to do 2 now. It's like, guys, you need to start taking a wage.
I think they have a wait list. I think they do.
That's a testament. And again, I do think that stems back to one, it's the nature of the event. I think it's also because it's here. I have to say it, Sarah. I have to say it. I think it is a testament to this venue and the space. Like, maybe we need to get to a point where we're thinking, I need a bigger space. I need a bigger boat.
I couldn't do it. I honestly don't think I could physically do more. Could I? No.
I'm sorry. I put the idea in your head.
People have said it to me before. Like, they've said, you should do another one like on the Wirral. My mate Nada is always asking me to do one on the Wirral, but. And I did talk to Make for a bit, but I haven't got the capacity. I just haven't. Like, the brain just has not got the capacity.
And I imagine the type of person you are as well is like, you'd still want like a physical presence in more than the one. If you had multiple venues, you'd want to be able to split yourself into 5.
Yeah.
And jump across all the rather than
and
going.
I can't.
It's Lovelocks with a different manager.
Yeah. And I don't think it'd be the same.
No.
Although, is that me like being too precious? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think, no. And I think, this is. It's not like it's a brand, well, it is, but it's not like a brand in the sense of like, oh, people have to do it a certain way. It's because it's this homely feel. People come in, it's like, this is home from home.
Oh, I do love that. People do feel ownership over it, I think, which I do love, to be honest. Like, people often will say it's a community space, and like, which it is, but I didn't create that. The community have created that. Like, people using the space it's all on them. It's not on me. And
just as like an ally, just saying that out loud, like, how does that make you feel?
It's really special, We had a wedding in here not that long ago. Farron and Jazz, congratulations. Yes. It's very stressful. You want their day to be perfect, and you're doing the food, and you're like stressing that it's perfect. And then, like, when I was actually in it, in the moment, they were having such a nice time, and it was just like the speeches. Like, I was sobbing, and like I just thought, this is amazing. Yeah. Like, this is actually really special. Like. It's really special.
And you're sitting there going, how did this happen?
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you have created your own community within itself. Like, as I say, I come quite regularly. I know I only work there, but I think that's the case where I come in here and I see, saying the same faces could be both compliment and maybe not a compliment, but I mean it in the complimentary way.
Yeah, we get a lot of regulars. And it's not even like, I say you're a queer space and all that, but it's not just that. Like, you will support anyone. Like, we know at this minute in time there's a housing crisis, there's a homelessness crisis, and there's been people literally on over the road, and you let them use your chargers and stuff like that for their phones and things like that. Yeah. Well, we have a pay it forward scheme as well, so we anyone can use that. Anyone, and it doesn't have to be someone who's rough sleeping. Like, it can be someone who's just had a really bad day and they've forgotten their purse or something. Like, that's fine. But people, that's again the community, making it a community space, so people will put money onto the pay it forward, and then we've got the capacity to help people out when they need it. But but it's nice. Again, the community has provided that. We've not we've always done it, to be honest, before we even had the pay it forward scheme, but giving someone a cup of tea and some toast is not a problem.
Might be to your overheads. You can't stop doing that.
Well, that's true. Well, now we've got the pay it forward scheme, so now we can keep a track. Whereas before, I used to just be like, yeah, sure.
I have to ask a question just because there's been a few interesting posts on it. Social media.
I hate it. Go on.
You've had some very interesting posts on there, and I need to know.
Oh, you're talking about the chai latte
I'm talking about the chai latte. I'm talking about the...
he doesn't even work here.
I know. Well, he was in the other day, wasn't he? The chai latte, the one where someone like knocked on the front door, but then they filmed actually in the toilet.
That's all Steph. That is all Steph. So Steph, who works here, she's really good at social media. Really good at social. That's all her. And she just makes me do it. And usually just... messes with me and pretends she's not filming when she is, and I just am like...
So you're going to tell me that chai latte, you're part of it, or you didn't know you were getting filmed?
Oh no, I knew about all that. Yeah, I knew it. I'll do it if she tells me to do something. I'll do it. I'll just do it. But yeah, it's all Steph. I can't take credit. We're over 10,000 followers now.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's a platform.
I know.
You could do so much with that.
That's all Steph. I can't take credit.
And now you're like, all 10,000 of you, get in here. Not at the same time.
No.
Not at the same time. Just spread out throughout the week and then we'll be fine.
They usually all come on Pride. That's when it is.
What is this place like on Pride?
Feral. It is mad. We open an hour earlier. There's a queue out the
What
door.
time's that?
We're often a meeting place as well because St George's Hall is so close.
Before the march, yeah.
Yeah. So the Europe's biggest trans flag met here, not last year, the year before, I think it was.
Wow.
But yeah, we're often a meeting space because then people can just walk straight up.
And did you just, on Pride, do you do anything special, or is it just the standard day people use you as like, coffee point, need the coffee?
We try and do more pick up to go things so people aren't waiting 100 years. So last year we did an LGBTQ plus, what is it, LGBTQ sandwich, and
That's
it
a
was
soundbite.
like, so it had like lettuce and what was the G?
Guac.
I can't remember, but everything was a different thing.
So you were basically
We're real
like
original.
Tesco.
Yeah, probably.
They did that sandwich.
We did rainbow cake. We did I mean, we'll just, the usual. Make everything rainbow.
But I think when it's authentic, it's a little bit different. I'm pretty sure Tesco got ripped to shreds for their
We're not like
LGBT.
Nando's giving out rainbow peri hot sauce. Did you see that one year?
No.
They were giving out mini bottles of like peri.
They just had rainbow on
sauce.
it.
Yeah,
Pride.
it is mad. I mean, I'm not one to turn down free hot sauce, but like,
No.
come on, guys.
Have you got plans for Pride this year?
None. Somebody did message me
that'd be
today
nice, though.
about doing a sober social event, but it won't be on the day, I don't think.
Oh, okay.
But maybe we should do something. I mean, we do every year, but I can't think about it until it's like month of. So I should probably start planning.
I mean, I kind of had this at the start of May, and it's people are now like, it's Pride Month next month. I'm like,
Is it next month?
well,
May, June. Oh, yeah.
Liverpool Pride's in July, the end of July, but Pride Month officially is June. But then that's where it gets really confusing for people in Liverpool. It's like, well, it's all rainbow in June, and then the week of Liverpool Pride's gone back to rainbow again. Like, what's going on? I feel like I need to talk about the setup right now. So why are we dressed in gold and green?
Well, the green is just because I love green. So
Okay.
I bought these. Well, actually, I bought the minty kind of green tablecloths for Dan, who works here, their wedding. So that was a few years ago. And then the dark green ones I bought to make curtains either side of the stage for when we have bands here. So they like hook up at the side and create a stage area.
Oh,
So
okay.
the green is just because everything's green in here. But this is for RP Haven, which is like a charity run role play game night
okay.
that we do every Tuesday.
Oh, so that's weekly.
Yeah, every single Tuesday.
And is that busy?
Yeah. So today we've got 8 tables and we're almost at capacity. I think the most we've ever had is 9 and then it is tight. But yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a bunch of nerds just playing RPGs.
I was going to say, you say 9 is capacity, but I know it can have more. I'm not going to delve into the reasons and why.
Oh, it's
how it
just
works.
physical space. That's it. Just physical space. 9 tables is max. Like.
Oh, so, I thought you meant 9 people.
Oh no. It's like it's anything up to 6 people on or 7 people on each table.
And again, is that just something that's just come from people you coming to the space, seeing it? Like,
No,
can you
I'm
do
a bad
this?
nerd. So it was me, my friend Kev, and Sarah. We were at UK Games Expo and met RP Haven, and then we're like, "Ooh, we can do that." But I'm a bad nerd. I love Dungeons and Dragons.
See, I wish I did get into that. So like,
I thought you'd love that.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's the full blown intensity of how you play it.
You know, you can play it I'm not nerdy in the sense of I need to know everything about everything.
Yeah.
Like I just like
down and
nerdy
play.
things. Yeah. Like so I play you can cut this out, but I play a human barbarian soldier.
have
So
no
all
idea
she
what that
does is fight. Like she's not that smart, so you don't have to worry about you really can cut this out, but you don't have to worry about spell slots and spells covered.
So it's just simple like beating up.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I recently
Killing
bought,
dragons and that.
well, I recently bought Baldur's Gate 3 because someone was like, oh, if you
well,
like,
I don't play that, but I know what it is.
See, someone said to me because I do like my RPG games like on the PlayStation and stuff. Like if you like Dragon Age or like Baldur's Gate and I bought it, and then like the gameplay, I was like, don't like this, don't like this.
I mean, I love it.
That's the main thing.
Yeah. I don't do voices and stuff, but I just love
People do voices.
Oh yeah, some people love like the acting
Actual
side of it.
role-playing, actual role
Yeah,
playing.
yeah, they love it.
Do you get people come from Comic-Con here?
Yes.
Full dress?
Yeah, not loads actually.
'Cause that was last weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Liverpool.
not many actually.
So I was randomly. I was recording with someone over the weekend, and literally, and it was outside, and like mid point, just clocked a Jedi walking past, and I was
Amazing.
like, there's Obi-Wan Kenobi. What's that about? So random.
Mia, who works here, was there, and she met James McAvoy.
I get told I look like James McAvoy,
I mean, he's a babe, so
so I'm not going to argue with it,
Yeah.
especially now he's buff.
yeah.
I wish I was that buff. So I suppose, like, what if you could say it? What would be the future of Lovelocks?
More of this,
Yeah.
more events. Like, I'd love more events. If I can get to the stage where somebody else can do them, though, so I'm not doing them all.
So you can't you just
That's
wave
Kev.
at people.
That's who we started this thing.
Ah.
But yeah, more events, I think. But maybe I am thinking of like pivoting and maybe doing some more evening things as a regular thing. But
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Like,
Pay
my
staff.
brain
To pay
needs time
staff.
to think. Yeah,
You'll have to pay your staff for that,
Yes.
don't you? Over time or not.
yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. But more of this. I think I might change the menu soon. That's kind of exciting.
See, I think is that the exciting part when you run like a coffee shop cafe? It's
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm going to change the menu.
Well, I feel like it needs to be more summery now, so I need to have a little look at changing it up. Don't know.
How do you
We'll
go
see.
through that? That's the process. Because I know your mum does the cakes.
Yeah, so well, my mum and my sister do all the cakes.
I can't believe I forgot to mention that. It's a proper family
then,
affair.
yeah, and my mum makes the jams as well. My dad makes some cakes as well. It is a family affair.
To
I
the
mean,
point
they
where-
started doing it for me as a favour, and now it's become like their like retirement thing. So
It keeps him busy.
yeah, my sister works here as well. So I'll often, I don't know really, like we'll all try things. So me, Archie and Kate, who work in the kitchen, we'll often make random things in the kitchen, and then we'll be like, oh, we could make this a special. And then it's like, oh, maybe we could add this. And we all work together changing things. And then we might be like, oh, let's add it to the menu if it's done well.
I love
So,
that. Just having a little bit of an explore and a little
Yeah.
creation.
Like we fancy making something. So Kate and Archie, who also work here, they've started the Vegan Supper Club, which they do as a side project, and they're both excellent cooks. So
I will
I'm
make
quite
use of
lucky. Yeah, it's handy. It's handy.
that. I'm just conscious of time. That's the most corporate thing I ever always say in these episodes. But one thing I've got to say is always like, I think what draws people to this place as well is you. And I'm not going to blow like smoke up your ass. I clearly am. But like, you're so welcoming, and I just have to talk about how like you treat this place like your home, in the sense of like everyone come in and the ultimate host. And I had to bring up the video that you put up. I think it was a party. I think it was a home, like a family party or something. And you turned all the lights off and using the steamer. The milk steamer.
That was a roller derby party.
Was it a roller derby
Yeah.
party? Turned it into a rave, and you was like,
Yeah.
boop, boop, but doing the it's like, well,
Yeah.
I love that. And I think that's just like a testament that is just prime Sarah Lovelock.
We have disco lights that are always available at the press of a button. So we are ready to party at any time. So
I feel like I'm going to put it on the spot now, because my last little segment is a thing called Scout Spotlight, and I feel you've kind of mentioned it, but I'm going to put it on the spot anyway. So I asked people if they could think of one person, one thing, one whatever, could be music, could be book, anything that's to you screams Liverpool. What would that be?
Oh, that's a good question.
And that's the response I get from a lot of people. Let me think.
You know, that Anne, you know, the Hillsborough
I love that
mum.
Anne.
I don't know her surname, which is absolutely
Oh,
sacrilege.
yes.
But Anne, who fought for all the people.
And continues to.
Yeah, like she is formidable. And the stuff she's done and the effect she's had on people and her. She's just a working class woman that saw something that went wrong and fought for it.
Late 80s, so yeah. And the fact that that's still...
And she's had to fight for
thing.
everything. I mean, it wasn't just her, but like, you know, like I think she sums up, you know.
I love, you know what? That just says a lot about you. That you raised a powerful, local, salt-of-the-earth woman who screams Liverpool. That's lovely. I love that.
Just people doing good stuff, isn't it? Like fighting for the underdog always,
Yeah.
no matter what. Scousers, man. Love them.
And that's why you're here, and why you will never return.
And, I will never leave. I mean,
Even that's like, good
even if
little
I win
review.
the lottery, you know, I wouldn't leave. Like I wouldn't
feel
go
like
to
you wouldn't tell anyone. You'd still be running this place as it is.
You know what my partner said to me? My partner said if they won the lottery, they'd never tell me because I'd just spend it all too quick or give it away. And
Yeah,
no, he's
you would
right.
give it away.
Yeah.
Like ooh, maybe we can get Lovelocks 2, or which I think you have to name it like a game, Lovelocks 2,
Yeah.
or something like that.
I think I'd get distracted and just start giving it away, and then think I've got loads left, and by the end be like, oh,
bankrupt.
I've given it all away.
And on that note of your frugalness, where can people find Lovelocks? Like, what are you? Where are you? What are your operating hours? What's your social media handles?
So we're on Old Haymarket, which
Not Old Hall
is
Street.
by the entrance to the Birkenhead Tunnel, opposite St George's Hall and the World Museum, near the Excelsior and Ship and Mitre. It's hard to find, but once you found it, you know where it is.
Yeah.
And we're open Monday to Friday, 8 till 4, Saturday, 9 till 4, and Sunday we're closed. And we're closed on bank holidays. And sometimes we close because we all want to go to the beach.
Sometimes we close because I'm the boss and I say so.
But I put it on social media, but people do get really angry at me. They really do. Really, because they turn up and they're really mad at me. But you know,
what's our social handles?
Lovelocks Coffee Shop on Instagram. I mean, I've got to be honest, I do not check anything.
I'll be honest though, I think if I think of anything, I think of the Instagram, so that's the main one.
We should have a TikTok really, but
I mean,
I just don't need another thing to maintain.
Well, don't maintain it, get Steph to maintain it.
Oh, Steph is amazing. If anybody needs a stylist, she's also a fashion stylist.
I'm sorry, I don't want to go off on a tangent. You come in here and Steph is just like, doesn't give a toss. She just is what it is. But then you look at her Instagram and how she like puts herself. Is there anyone you don't know?
Well, we save our coffee grounds for Lloyd, so Lloyd has an allotment, and we'll be selling veg and flowers here soon, hopefully.
Plug.
But he's just come to get his coffee grounds.
Every so often Sarah's like, so we'll just say at Lovelocks Coffee Shop on Instagram.
Yeah,
Main
I think
shebang.
you can find it.
Jump from 10k followers to 20. That'd be amazing.
Give us loads of 5-star reviews on Google.
Yes,
please
do that.
Because every now and again we get a gammon and they give us 1 star. Somebody once said, delicious breakfast, delicious coffee. Just wish I didn't get politic thrown in my face. Just singular politic.
What's politics about this place?
I mean, we wear our heart on our sleeve.
Oh no, thank you so much for joining me. I've really enjoyed this episode.
Thank you. It's been fun.
She was really like, you were shitting yourself before this, and now it's just
I mean, I'm going to watch it and hate it because that's just
most people, to be fair.
You know.
If you want to find out more about the podcast, it's at Proudly Said on Instagram, TikTok. That's it. If you want to get in touch with us, it's hey@proudlysaid.co.uk. And yeah, this is another episode of Proudly Said, the LGBTQ podcast with a bit of a Scouse twist. See you next time. You've been listening to Proudly Said. If it meant something to you, pass it on. If it didn't, maybe it will one day. Either way, stay kind, stay loud, and stay proud. Thanks for listening.